So do you think like second wave coronavirus? That's gonna be a thing, obviously, right? But like, how big is it gonna be?
That's a good question. I think it's going to be pretty big, obviously, but I don't know. I mean, the first one wasn't like as deadly as everyone made it seem. You know?
I heard something about Texas. They like just closed the bars or something, and they're like protesting about that. So is it
Yeah. I
just
mean,
spreading over there? I feel like there's no
is
way,
it
right?
is it spreading over there? Yeah, of course it
No,
is.
but like just beginning to, because like they
Um.
just closed them now.
Yeah, they're
Like we
doing
had our
that.
bar, like we had the bars closed like 2 months ago.
Well, the Texas mayor didn't he literally just go off, on the record and saying, "Hey, we're not going to listen to these scientists. We're going to believe in them."
No, I didn't see that. Did he?
Yeah, I swear. Yeah, it was on Reddit,
Uh,
something like that,
who else are
like something
you gonna listen
along those
to?
lines. Hmm.
Who else would you listen to?
What do you mean?
If you don't listen to the scientists, then who would you listen to about
I
like?
guess God, evidently.
Oh, is that what he said?
Something like just I don't know. We don't believe all of this. Like you could just look it up. It's just like very obviously, um, I don't know, ignorant, like on purpose. I don't know if it's to get a reaction and get like the Republicans on his side, but it's very weird.
But he was like blatantly opposing like the risk of
Yeah,
coronavirus. So
yeah, he's blatantly just like, hey, you know what? Oh, he was the same guy who said that like you have grandparents, they live their lives, but it's time for them to sacrifice themselves for our economy. I swear to God,
oh,
that's the guy.
he's really. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's the guy. Oh,
That's
that's
the guy who
terrible.
was like, yeah,
I
isn't it
feel like
like
shouldn't you go
uh-huh.
to? I feel like you should go to jail for that.
I mean, he's a politician, so good luck.
Because
It's
if
not
they,
really. Is it unexpected for a politician to be selfish? Obviously, come on. I mean, that's like par for the core. You know,
I mean, ideally no, but that's what always
ideally, but
happens.
that's not how it works, man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I know,
it's a
I know.
politician. He's from Texas, dude. Like, do you think this dude's gonna be, serving an altruistic
Yeah,
interest, or is it gonna be so that it's like Texas doesn't back down type of fucking narrative?
yeah. He just a Texas boy.
Right, and he's just a douchebag. I mean, honestly, that's just so like dangerous.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's really. I wonder when out when like people are gonna like go back. I mean, I'm still not at
Well,
work.
I've said this too, though, too. Um, I don't know that we're ever gonna have a time where there's not gonna be another wave of it because no matter what, you're going out. It's not gonna be
Yeah,
eradicated.
that's what they said before. That it could be like the flu. It could be like a
It's
seasonal
just
kind of
gonna
thing
be a new thing, yeah.
because it goes around the hem. Yeah, because
But
like
it's
we're
all about keeping the numbers down. Like you don't want to cluster. But at the same time, like again, like I'm saying, in knock on wood, like the first wave is like many people that got infected and like how annoying it was with the whole like shutdown. Like I don't know anybody who died, and I'm not saying that's. I already know what people are gonna say. Oh, it doesn't.
oh wow.
You don't know anybody who died. I guess it doesn't matter to you, huh? You're just closing your eyes. No, it's like I don't know anybody who's known anybody who's died. I've known people who know people who got sick from it, you know, but I don't know anybody who passed away through any mutual friends or anything.
I
And I'm
mean, does
not
that
saying that
matter?
that's not what happened. I'm just saying I at the same by the same token, I guess you could say the same thing about like, hey man, you got pneumonia this year, but I'm not afraid of pneumonia. I don't know. I don't know. Precautions are good, but I'm not trying to be like too on the nose about, oh, I'm wearing gloves and a mask and I'm making sure I socially distance. I wash my hands, man, and I don't cough on people. There you go.
I mean, you do have to take some precautions.
That's what I said. I'm doing that. I wear a mask when I go out. I mean,
You don't want to be that guy who tells people they're a puss for wearing a mask.
no, it's the opposite. I get really annoyed with people who don't want to wear masks. Just put on a fucking mask.
You
You're
fucking
not
puss.
losing anything. I mean, I don't understand the whole idea of being opposed to masks. It's kind of cool to wear one, and it's like not expensive. You don't have to go and get like a designer one. Just put on a mask and you're out. Okay, cool.
Because then you have the people that are like, oh, what are you afraid of
But
now?
who does that? I've never see. That's the other thing
I've
too.
seen I've seen
There's
some
like
people actually.
no, but it like I've never seen this narrative like besides on media or social media where I'm out and like someone like looks at me funny because I'm wearing a mask or vice versa. Obviously now vice versa because if you can't even enter a store without a mask. But if I were to go to a store right now and it was like even like I don't know, fucking Bass Pro Shop and I was wearing a mask, I bet everyone in there would just mind their own business. Maybe someone would be like, liberal pussy. But I don't give a fuck. What happens? It's not a
No,
big
I don't
deal.
think I don't think Bass Pro Shop. No, they would probably require you to wear a mask.
That's what I'm saying, but I'm talking about the customers.
Wow, that's so stereotypical.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm
What are
saying
you gonna
I've
say?
never had anybody who like is like, "Oh, you're wearing a mask. What a pussy." It's like, people just kind of walk past each other. The mask is almost just like a normal thing. It's like wearing shoes.
Yeah, that's true. Now it is because everyone has to do it always
Yeah, and
for
it's
everything.
no big deal. Wouldn't you rather be safe anyway, precautionarily, like for other people's sake?
Yeah, but don't still though. How long are we gonna do this for? Like, it's not crazy.
2022.
Oh, stop.
I'm telling you, that's what my cousin said. I
Oh
believe
my
him.
god.
I do think that's a good fucking trajectory of
Yeah, we're
estimation.
gonna wear masks and like do this stuff until 2022. That's
Dude,
ridiculous.
I think I wouldn't be surprised if the 20s were the mask wearing decade. I wouldn't be surprised if we did this till 2030, bro. Are you kidding?
2030. Oh
You
my
think I'm
god.
joking? I mean, if it's this bad, have we ever canceled an NBA season? I mean, they're already canceling all these other things that are already starting up.
They didn't cancel the NBA season.
No, they're
They're bringing it back.
canceling things. Okay, stores and bars are closing, bro, because they opened and they realized that there's a huge spike in all the corona
But in
cases.
some places they're reopening them.
And then they're closing immediately as soon as
Yeah.
they learn that.
Then they
Yeah,
close them.
it's
And then they're gonna
worse. Like,
like open again and they're gonna close them
I know,
again.
right? But I do have to ask, like, exactly how long until like what are we gonna do?
Until a
Just
vaccine.
forever just be in
No,
fucking
that's why it's
quarantine?
not gonna go to the 2030s because there's definitely gonna be a vaccine by fucking. That's why your cousin's wrong because there's definitely gonna be a
Well, he
vaccine
said
by
2022,
next year.
not 2030. I was the one who just made a hyperbole about 2030.
It's probably it's gonna be in the world for a long time, as is like
I mean, so is
as
the
are
swine
like
flu
yeah
and bird
exactly
flu.
exactly.
I mean, the bubonic plague is still not eradicated.
Oh,
No, it still
sounds
exists.
fun.
I mean, polio exists, measles now because people are not getting vaccinated. But we got Bill Gates putting his damn billionaire
Yeah,
fingers in our
isn't it
water.
weird that people hate Bill Gates now?
I know
Like
it's super weird, dude. It's a weird timeline. We are in a simulation. If this isn't a simulation, then God really fucked up,
there has been a lot of crazy shit that makes you think that
dude.
honestly.
Kobe Bryant died. Bill Gates is one of the most hated men right now in the world.
Cam Newton going to
Fucking
the Patriots.
how's that?
Cam Newton going to the Patriots.
Yeah, that part too. Yeah, the whole like I was thinking today. I was literally walking out of the store and I'm wearing my mask and I'm thinking to myself, how weird if you were to tell me 1 year ago exactly that next year in June or July of 2020, you will be walking out of a store with a mask and it wouldn't be weird and everyone else around you needs to wear masks, I would be like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
But
that's so
now
true.
it's so weird because if you go to the store right now, you have to like suit up like you're about to go into like a fucking, I guess pandemic zone,
And old
But
people
I
are
guess,
scared of you now.
yeah, dude, did you notice like sometimes like people will like avoid you? Like if you're like walking towards them in an aisle, they'll like they'll like
Sir,
fucking juke you,
sir,
dude.
sir,
Sir,
social distance, please.
I hate the whole social distancing thing. I think that's just so silly. It's so funny, especially with the whole like dropping pizza off in front of the house instead of at the door. Like, okay, so now you put it
I
on the
mean, I think the
floor,
6 foot thing is funny because like, there's no way 6 feet. Like that's so ridiculous.
changes anything. I mean, I'm
No, I mean,
talking, yeah.
it just like I don't know. That's just like such an arbitrary number to put out.
No, I know. And no, 100%, 100%. And also the other thing too is it's just so funny because it's like, okay, so I'm going to exchange money with you, but we're not touching each other. So that money that has been circulated since 1970, that's fine to touch. It's been in a stripper's ass crack, and also the pizza that you just put on the floor that was touched by the cooks, and then you definitely did not change gloves since the last house you delivered, and you've been touching your steering wheel, but now I'm gonna pick it off the floor. Thank you. That's so much safer and cleaner.
The dollar bills.
Dude, come on.
But
It's so
I don't think
stupid.
you know what I don't think that things live that long though, like germs on.
Yeah, dude, that bacteria is still on there. By that
Are you
logic, then it
sure?
wouldn't matter then if someone wasn't like talking to you or wearing a mask then. Because they just touched that pizza that you were just
Yeah,
handed.
but
Even
the virus dies off on like an object. I forgot how long. I think
I mean, but what about food?
I forgot
What
how.
about like boxes? What about material? It depends on the fabrics.
What about it?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't know the science behind it because I've never really looked into that part. But I'm sure, yeah, like if I were to touch like a doorknob, like that's not as bad because brass and all that apparently is like antibacterial apparently. And I don't know, like I'm just trying to put myself in the seat of someone thinking that like, hey, this pizza guy just dropped off my pizza on the stoop where I walked with my shoes where I was in a public bathroom earlier, and now I'm picking that up with my hands. And he just touched it anyway, and now here I am giving him money.
Oh yeah,
Why wouldn't I have just handed it to him directly and then vice versa?
dude, that makes me think about the UPS driver today. He dropped off a package and like just like waved at me, and then
It's so
I didn't
weird,
even
dude.
notice if he had gloves on or anything because I just like
It's
picked it
just
up
it's
and
just
didn't
a
think
weird.
about it.
It's just a lot of like. I feel like a lot of like really stupid precautions we're taking because it's not precautionary. It's just more like comfort, in like seeing someone wearing gloves. Like if you were to go to like a restaurant and your server, I don't know, had a cough. And maybe it was an innocuous cough. Maybe they just had a little like scratch in their throat, but you'd be like, "Oh, that person's gonna touch our food." Meanwhile, maybe there's someone at work who looks healthy and everything, and they're touching things. Maybe they just took a shit, wiped their ass, didn't wash their hands, and you didn't know any better. You know,
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. People just like to see. It's like theater,
I
dude.
mean, but the coronavirus thing would be way worse though because it can spread to like other parts of the family.
Hello. Do you ever
Hello.
get pink eye before?
Does that spread?
Yes. Do you
Hello?
know how
No,
contagious
I'm
pink eye
kidding.
is?
Wait, but how? Fuck.
Pink
What's the funny part about that? I've never looked it up, so I have no idea. But
What you have to
I've
like
heard
fecal
that.
matter?
Yeah, exactly.
You have to.
If
It
you
has to
fart
be
on
poop.
someone's pillow, if you fart on someone's pillow or some shit.
That's exactly why you don't fart on someone's pillow. So if you get pink eye, you got poopy on your eyes. That's what it is. Apparently, I don't know if there's another strain, but yeah, anytime you get pink eye, you need to
Is
change your
that true though?
pillowcases.
Like I feel like
Evidently,
like
dude, I don't know. I've never been farted in my face that
I've
I
had that
that I
once
remember.
before. I've had that once.
Pink eye?
Yeah,
I've had it. I feel like when
like
I
middle
went to
school or
like
elementary school.
I feel like when I went to like my college's libraries or at like in BG, like anytime I went to like the library where like the mouses and all that weren't disinfected, it all it has to do is be trace, fecal matter. It doesn't have to be like a chunk of shit.
Right. Well, that
We're
makes sense.
talking
But have
just.
you looked that up before, or have you just heard this?
I've heard that. I actually didn't look it
Yeah.
up
See,
either.
isn't that weird? Like
Yeah, I've heard that. No, yeah, you got pink eye, like someone farted in your face.
we've all heard just like people telling us that.
Well, can you look it up right now? My Wi-Fi is terrible. I mean, I would.
I actually could, yeah.
Just look up what causes pink eye. Just look at. I'm 90% sure it actually is very prominently, fecal matter, which is so fucked up. That means that's such an embarrassing thing to get. Then,
All right, ready?
and it's.
Pink eye is commonly caused by a bacterial or viral infection, an allergic reaction, or in babies, an incompletely open tear duct. Though pink eye can be irritating, it rarely affects your vision.
Okay, what about causes?
It just says viruses, bacteria. So I mean, I guess fecal matter could be
Do you think that's just then a rumor? Like,
a foreign object in the eye, viruses, bacteria,
yeah,
allergies.
but I feel like I've gotten like things in my eye before, and
All right,
I've never gotten pink
I'm
eye.
gonna Google something else. Do
Okay.
you crude pranks can cause pink eye. These bacteria. Oh yeah, so bacteria. So that makes sense.
Hmm.
These bacteria is
So
in
it just
fecal matter.
it's bacteria.
Yeah, yeah. So it's one
It
of the
doesn't
causes.
it doesn't need to be poop,
No, it doesn't need to be poop, but it can
but it
be.
just prominently is. That's so funny. I guess it's just like so common, like for like younger kids to fart in each other's faces and stuff. That parents are just like, "Yep, it's
That's so
poop."
funny. If someone were to release gas onto a pillowcase, a person who uses the pillowcase later will contract pink eye.
Holy shit! Are you serious?
Oh wait. Oh shit, no. No, wait. Uh this is a 7 common misconceptions about pink eye. Holy shit. Wait.
Wait, what's the
Hold
consensus?
on, hold on. Okay, number 4 is crude pranks can cause pink eye. Okay. So bacterial pink eye can occur due to exposure to a number of different bacteria including staph. Oh my god. What the hell is that? Is that a fan?
What?
So something was like pumping and like on your side.
I have no
I don't know
idea.
what the fuck that was.
No idea.
Oh, I see. Okay. So yeah. No, no, no. So yeah, it can. Yeah, so that bacteria is in fecal matter. Okay, so that does make fucking sense. I was gonna say.
But it doesn't need to be, or
But
what's up?
no, but the flatulent, like the farting on the pillow, that doesn't contain the bacteria, it says. It's only methane gas. So that's pretty funny. Although I kind of don't believe that because I feel
Wait,
like
what? Wait, what? Wait. So it needs to be fecal matter, not methane gas. That's the misconception they're saying.
yeah, but
You can't fart on someone's pillow unless your like ass cheeks are bare and you give them pink eye. Like if you fart bare ass on someone's
yeah, bare
pillow,
ass.
they're getting pink eye. Right, of course. But that's because the fecal matter would come out like
Right. But,
in
well,
like little.
this is saying that there is no bacteria. This is saying, however, flatulence is primarily methane gas and does not contain bacteria. Wait, primarily,
Yeah, right, exactly. I was just gonna say
but
there's
it's like
definitely
does not
dude,
contain bacteria. Okay, that's definitely
dude,
wrong though.
there's no way. Yeah, dude, if I were to like straight up like
Yeah,
take my shorts down in front of you,
farting.
like
Yeah,
fart in your face, like straight up, never mind the smell, dude, you're definitely getting some fucking like bacteria on your face and probably pink eye. Are
absolutely.
you kidding me? Like, dude, what in the world?
That's
Like, there's
ridiculous.
definitely like little shit particles coming out of your asshole.
Yeah, 100%.
Right, exactly. That's why farts smell so bad. You think it's just like coming out like a fucking like a cinnamon roll? Jesus fucking Christ.
That's. I think I remember though, like when you had pink eye. Do you remember like it being like really like your eye being like really crusty? Is that what
Yes,
happens?
it starts to crust. It's
Right.
disgusting. That's how
It's
you
like
know you
I
have pink
remember
eye.
that. It was like it was like so
It
crusty. Like
itches.
never before in my life it was so like crusty. Like
Right.
when I
It
woke up.
itches, it itches, it burns, it gets really
Yeah.
pink and like red. And then you get this like disgusting film over your eye and you get a crust around like the eyelashes. Like where you can pick it off like boogers. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Pink eye is
And then
so
people look
gross.
at you and then you're like, "Oh, you
Oh,
have
and
pink eye."
it's one of the most
You
contagious
have
things
pink
you can
eye?
have too. Dude, it's the most contagious thing. If you came to work, I remember this one time someone came into work with pink eye and everyone's like, nope. Hey manager, we need you. Send them home, and they got sent home
Really? Just because of that?
because they had come in with a highly contagious disease. Yes,
Is it that contagious?
it's so contagious. If I were to like just even like have it and like touch something that you touch, you'd probably get it. Like if I were with you, let's say we had to spend the weekend together, and we tried like you knew I had pink eye, and I tried to like sanitize things, you'd still get pink eye. I bet.
You know what? That reminds me of this one thing. You know what I had one time? It was the
MRSA,
weirdest disease you like will ever hear of. Maybe like this most
bro.
random one. Okay, it's called the hand, foot, and mouth disease. Have you ever heard of that?
I have heard of it. What is that?
So it's like when you get like these like itchy spots, like on
Mm-hmm.
your hands, feet, and mouth,
Mm-hmm.
like like what the disease is called.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, yo, I hear that thing in your mic again.
Yeah, it was a fan, I guess. It's
Oh, I
oscillating.
knew
Go
it was a
ahead.
fan. So
Go ahead.
please, you need to make it stop.
All
Feel like
right,
it's
I'm
tough.
turning it down. Jesus. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I came into work like that, right? And I just like like had no idea. Well, I kind of had an idea. Like I was itchy and I had them, but I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And I was so confused. And I went into work, and at that time, like right before I went to work, like I think I found out maybe from my cousin because my cousin also had it. My two cousins, and because I got it from them because I was like with them, and it's some like random disease like kids get that
Mm-hmm.
like and it only lasts a week and you get these spots that like itch. But I went into work and they were like and I told them what
Mm-hmm.
it was. And then my boss like looked it up on his phone, like went into his office and he's like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh yeah, you need to go home. Like this is like highly contagious." And I was like, "Oh, okay." But like in
Oh,
my mind I was like, "All right, sweet." Because it was like a
right.
Friday. It
Yeah.
was a Friday,
Wait,
I'm pretty sure, or Saturday.
when was this? At Barnaby's? At
Yeah,
Barnaby's?
Barnaby's, yeah.
Damn, dude.
Yeah,
How did that feel? Was it like you
But
said,
Sammy
like a
was
rash?
like, "Oh my god, like what the fuck?" And I was so yeah. I mean, not like a rash. It was just like kind of like chicken pox, kind of.
Nice. So how did you solve it? Antibiotics or something?
Um, there's I think there's no way to solve it. It just goes away on its own. Like you can put like stuff on it to make it stop itch, but like it goes away on in a week, like exactly a week
Really? Damn, that's crazy.
or something like that. Yeah.
How do you get it? You just like fucking play in the dumpster or something?
Playing the dumpster.
I
No,
mean,
I have no idea.
that's crazy.
I forgot. It's just some like random thing. I don't know exactly what.
Man, maybe you probably had some like bad chicken or something.
I have no idea. It wasn't me. I got it from one of my cousins.
Oh yeah.
But I was
Damn.
like, wow. I was like, so weird.
Did it like burn or just itch or just like irritate your
I think it
skin?
did actually. Yeah, it irritated and like itched. Yeah,
That sounds really
and it
annoying.
also just you just like looked weird because you just had bumps around your fucking like mouth and like on your hands and like your feet.
Jesus. So it's your hand, your feet, and your mouth. Like
Yeah,
they just look like they're infected. That's such a weird fucking thing.
you can look
Why
it up.
those spots? No,
Hand, foot, mouth
I've
disease.
heard of it.
Isn't that weird?
I've heard it. No,
Yeah,
I've
right.
heard of
That's what
it.
I thought too. Like those spots, like nowhere else except those spots. It's so weird.
It doesn't make sense. Like why those exactly? I mean, I'd
It's
understand
wild.
if it was just hands and feet because
Like
they
when
have
I
the
looked it
same
up, I
type
couldn't
of
believe it. I
glands.
was like, "What the fuck? This is an actual thing." Like this sounds ridiculous. It sounds like made up. Like you just
Did
get it
you?
for a week. Like you can't like cure it, but you can like it just goes away. It's on its own in a week.
Damn, dude.
Like made up, dude. It's weird.
What about your cousins? They heal after a week.
Yeah, same shit. They had it. They healed up after a week for them.
Damn.
Like
I
a little
can't
bit
believe
earlier
you
than me.
worked at a restaurant and went in with a fucking like bacteria like that on you. That's not good, dude. If I went into Barnaby's and
Oh shit.
my fucking
I guess
cashier
in
had
hindsight,
hand,
that's
foot, and mouth
true.
disease,
I didn't touch
yeah,
anything
dude,
though.
like that's what you thought. It's because
Well,
you got
kind
kicked.
of.
You got sent home, bro.
Just kidding. I touched some doors, but
Yeah, that's kind of a big deal when you're in a restaurant.
all right. Come on,
I mean,
officer
I'm not trying
friendly.
to give you the business, but I'm giving you the business.
All right, calm down, officer.
I'm just
I didn't
saying.
mean no harm.
Yeah, it's not an
But
excuse.
you are right. But
How's that?
I guess you are right. If
Yeah, honestly though, like it's not your. I get it.
if
You
people
probably
if it
didn't
did
know.
spread and then like they touch the pieces because like they make it with their hands. Like they don't wear gloves.
Yeah, I know, dude. I've been
Like,
under a fucking. I've been Giordano's, man. I saw how they did it. It's hard. It's fucking raw. They do it fucking raw, bro.
yeah,
They just
they
go
do it
in. They use a
raw
machete to fucking cut
all
it
night
up.
long.
Oh, they just fucking go in, man. It's like watching Leonardo da Vinci fucking make a painting. It's unbelievable. You can't say anything.
So Brandon, what do you think about Chris D'Elia and the stuff that went down with him?
Wow, such a loaded question.
Yeah, well,
You know what you're
sometimes
fucking doing. You know
sometimes
what
you
you're
need to
doing.
take the heat.
No, no, no.
Vacation
I'll
Tuesday
give you
said.
my full. I don't give a shit. There's no heat for me. The thing that I think is bullshit is, first of all, obviously, there's bias on my part because, I really, really like Chris D'Elia. Like, he's a big influence for me, and I love his comedy. Still do. I think he's a great guy from what I knew, and these allegations are pretty disheartening. Now, are they illegal or predatory? I don't think so. From what I can tell, hey, I can eat my own words. Let's see what happens in 2 more weeks, or maybe a month, or hell, even more time than that. It might even come out that he's like done something really, really fucked up. From what I've read, it just seems like he's kind of a creep. He's kind of weird. But is he predatory or doing anything criminal? No.
Well,
And that's my
how
point.
about you start
Mhm.
with this? Define predatory for me.
Predatory would be someone who preys upon people in a vulnerable position, knowing that they have power over them in an explicit attempt on their own end to manipulate that person into doing what they want. Now, I think Chris D'Elia obviously knows, I'm famous. People like me. Is it predatory to be a celebrity and know, hey, girls are going to like me? I bet if I walk down the street right now, a girl's going to want my number. Is that predatory?
Um, Wait, is it predatory for?
For someone to think, hey, I'm famous. Hey, that's going to get me some more girls.
No, that's not predatory.
Okay. So I'm saying if he's going out of his way explicitly to exploit younger girls, that he knows maybe too naive to understand dynamics of like adult relationships, that's fucked up. Obviously. I mean, it's almost kind of like I would
You know
agree
what's
with
funny?
you in the grand scheme of things. But
The
wait,
second
I'm not done
definition.
though.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to interrupt you right there.
Go ahead, fine.
The second, the second definition. Second definition of predatory is seeking to exploit or oppress others.
Right, but I just said not exploiting. That's the point.
But he
I'm like
was.
literally, but that's my point. I'm saying from
Oh,
the
he wasn't
listen,
exploiting.
no, I don't think from the allegations, if they're true, man, you have to understand. You got to take it with a grain of salt. This is why I have a huge problem with the whole Me Too cancel culture because it's all very knee jerk reaction, and I'm right. People are too afraid to say it because they don't want to be canceled themselves and have their receipts checked. Now, I'm not saying
Check,
that there's not
please.
listen, stop. Seriously. There's a possibility 100% that he did something creepy. There's a possibility that
What
he
do you mean a
did
possibility?
something.
We saw it.
Listen, no, we did not. We don't know that all of this is true. Did
Wait,
I
you
not
said there's a
show?
possibility that he did something creepy? Is that what you just said?
Listen, I'm talking about like to the extent, man, not just like, oh, he was being weird. We can both agree, and I've said this before, I've already prefaced this. We can both agree that he was being weird. He was being a little out of line. He was being creepy. How far that goes, I'm not sure. That's why I'm waiting for this whole thing to roast down so we can all figure it out instead of these knee jerk, hashtags and trending topics and tweets and all this bullshit where everyone wants to fucking dogpile him. It's just bullshit. It's counterintuitive to the Me Too movement because it takes away the merit of people who are actually struggling with being sexually abused. Now, if he did something to the extent at which they're reaching at, that's no bueno. I'm not going to disagree with that. But it seems like he was just kind of a weird guy and he was a little too forward and he should learn from that. And he even acknowledged that. If that's the case, I can forgive him 100%. But if he's that creepy and there's like more to come out and like a
All right,
lot of
let
these
me ask you this.
allegations, go ahead.
Is it creepy to like count down the days of like a 17-year-old
He
or a
didn't
kid
do that.
18? Or what? Yes, he actually did for one of them.
Okay, where's that proof? Because I'd love to see it. Because he legitimately said to him on his, he's had numerous
Well, he hit
emails.
one up and then he hit her up like 1 month later or something like that.
No, no, what happened was that a girl that was 16, she was like, "Oh, I'm 16." And he was like, "Wait, what? You're 16? You need to be 18. You said you were at my show. You have to be 18 to get into my
Oh my god!
show."
Wait, are you gonna talk about the one who says like who
What do you mean
later
the
says you
one?
want to fuck?
Yeah,
Dude,
that's
is
like
that the
the
only
girl who set
example?
it off.
That's the only example you fucking say, dude. What the fuck?
There's another one too where there was a girl who followed him on Instagram and they were talking and he was like, "You want to make out?" And then he went to her profile, like she had another profile on Instagram, and he followed it, and she had just posted the 1/6, the 16. You know how those girls do the wooden, fucking like the from like what home what is it? Craft Michaels whatever the fuck. They
Arts
they
and
hold up those
crafts.
fucking arts and crafts like the Michaels fucking thing. They hold up the numbers and it's like it's my birthday and it said 1/6 and then he said
Oh
or
yeah.
she said that he never heard from her again or whatever. She never heard from him again. Sorry, you know. But my point is, there's so many of these allegations, and I love it. They all come out in unison. Why isn't
Dude,
it that
I'm
there was
telling
no
you,
other obligations?
let me see the pictures of like these girls like when he messaged them. That's what I want, like what I want to see.
I've
What
seen
did
them,
you?
and they look like they could pass for 18, 19, 20. I mean, honestly. And I'm not saying that it's not creepy that he was like going out of his way to like look for younger looking girls at his age, but it's not illegal. And I'm honestly not trying to defend that behavior, but is it cancel worthy? I mean, we're talking about a whole man's life here because he decides, think about
Dude, did you
Leonardo
not see
DiCaprio.
that? Okay, did you see that video I sent you with the Jerry Springer? Like, I don't think you understand like how frowned upon it is by
Dude,
like
it's not
most
about
people.
I don't it does that's the
I mean, I know
problem
there are
though.
instances
You
of
have
it,
to
but like,
understand though, about it's not about what's frowned upon. That's the problem. There needs to be a reform in the way people think. We can't just be like, dude, people don't like that, so you're canceled. It's like that's just irresponsible. At what point does the slippery slope turn on you, dude? What if they're like, we really don't like people who have podcasts, we're gonna have to cancel you. I mean, like, I know that's absurd, but I'm talking like like down the
yeah,
line.
I know
It
what
could
you're
be
saying, but
anything. It's just arbitrary.
I mean,
It's
the thing
just
he did was like so creepy and so weird that like
it's not so
people
creepy and so
like
weird. You're just
that it
taking the
makes
narrative.
that it makes sense to me that why people would be like, oh, like
No, it doesn't
let's
to
not
me
fuck
because
with
I
him
know what
anymore
it is. I
because
know
that's
what it
kind of
is. It's
weird
angry. It's
or that's
angry
very
new
weird.
wave
Sorry.
feminism. It's angry new wave feminism that is in binds with the social justice warriors and people who virtue signal and people who are afraid to be canceled right now in this Me Too cancel culture. That it's a knee jerk reaction to take the safe place and run with that narrative. There's absolutely nobody else that is doing things like I do, where I'm not Mr. Progressive here, activist. I'm just reacting the way I genuinely believe, and I don't think that Chris D'Elia is this monster they're painting him out to be. They're making him seem like he's some disgusting pedophile who's like raped people. That's what they're painting him to be. He's not fucked any underage girls. He has not even talked to underage girls after he knows they're underage. But yet he's getting painted in the same box as someone like Jared Fogle. That's fucking ridiculous.
Well, if
It's
that is true, then that's really fucked up.
irresponsible. I mean, that's irresponsible, though. That's
I mean,
irresponsible.
think about
It's
this.
not the
Even
same.
think about this. Even if he was not canceled, like he would be destroyed anyway. Like
By
there's
who? By who?
by his
By who?
friends, by like just
I
like
mean, they'd
every
roast him. They'd roast him,
like
but like
yeah.
for what?
Dude,
For
that's the
what?
easiest
There's.
roast ever.
Do you think that
Like all
like
day.
the rappers you listen to are not hooking up with their like groupies? Do you think that like your favorite like look again Leonardo DiCaprio? He hasn't dated anybody over the age of 25. You know?
Yeah, but like I said, that's like different when it's like celebrities, not just like random chicks,
No, 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 no. It's
like
not. No,
random high
no,
school
it's
chicks
not.
on fucking Instagram
No, it's not because
or Twitter. Sorry.
they're not celebrities. They're Instagram models and stuff. Like Leonardo DiCaprio, you can't. Who's his girlfriend? Do you even know her name?
I looked her up like a few days ago when we talked.
Right, but like now, okay. So do you even remember her name then? Even from a
No,
few days
but
ago.
no,
That's the point. Exactly.
but
There you go. So
but
it's a
she's a
random
model.
girl.
No, she's a
It,
model.
dude, it doesn't matter, man.
She's
It's
like a
the same.
model slash something.
And that does that like suddenly age her 10 years? I mean, do you see my logic here? Like all I'm
I
trying to do, I'm
mean, it's looked at
okay.
differently, and that's what I'm saying.
It's looked at differently because people like you don't think thoroughly about things. It's a knee jerk reaction. It's a
Oh,
superficial reaction.
people like me, really.
Well, hello. You're literally defending the same point that you're trying to disbar.
Well, no, I'm not defending it. I'm just saying I understand why people wouldn't want to fuck with him anymore because it is
I
so weird and
okay.
slash like creepy and shit.
Here's what we can like agree on. Okay, I agree that it's weird behavior. Okay, I don't think it's extremely innocuous,
Actually, do you
but
think he
I
still
don't
does
think
it? If he still
That's
does it,
the other
that's
thing.
very, very.
That well, again, I mean,
Because he's like
obviously
40 now, right?
now he's on eggshells. Now he's on eggshells. I mean, that's a whole nother dragon. I don't know how to slay that one. All I can tell you is right now, from what I'm seeing, from what I know,
Wait, so
it
why? Wait,
just
hold on. Why is
like
that
can I?
different?
No, 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 no,
Wait,
no.
hold
I'm
on. Why?
finishing my
Why
statement. No,
is
no, no,
that
no, no.
different
I'm
for you?
finishing my statement. I'm
If it's
finishing my statement.
legal
I'm
and you're
not.
saying
I'm
that's
finishing
your
my
whole big
statement.
thing,
No,
is it
I'm.
not?
Can I finish my statement because I'm really getting annoyed? Listen, dude. If by that logic, from what I've seen, I can tell you what it seems like is he's just a celebrity who's getting a bunch of female attention, especially from younger women who are his fan base because of his sense of humor. And he's just, okay, well, cool. Girls, I get pussy now, you know? I'm going to take, this opportunity.
Wait, hold
I
on, hold
wouldn't
on.
say
Wait,
take advantage.
were you saying that the girls were seeking him out? Because that's not what like was happening.
That is some of what happened. Well,
Well,
hello,
some
takes
of
two
it,
to
yeah,
tango.
but
Hello, that little girl who started this whole thing
like
went
he would
when
message
she was
girls that didn't
when
even follow
she
him. I'm
was
pretty sure.
dude when she was 21. She
Couple
messaged
at
him and
least.
said, "I'm 21 now. I'm DTF."
Oh my god, that was that one. That was
That's
literally
not
just
just
that
the one.
one.
That's the
Oh,
one. Dude, you
that was like
cannot
the first one. That
just
was literally the
you can't
first one.
just you cannot just be dismissive about something that is so important
I
to the
mean,
story. It's like
you
the
just
core.
always cite that one example, and it's just
That's
ridiculous.
not just citing the one example.
Like, why
That's like a
can't you
good
answer
point.
me with that one where I said, "Oh, he hit up some girl that was 17, and then he hit her up like 1 month later, or like something like that, and
Okay,
he hit her back up."
if you're saying
And then I'm pretty sure,
17,
yeah, yeah, she was like, "What?"
okay,
Or she like didn't respond or something.
okay, you never even told me the full story. You just said that she did a countdown, but you never explained it. So why don't you do that then?
What do you mean?
Explain the story.
Okay, so but he like messaged her, and then she said that she was 17,
Okay.
and then I don't know, I just like I don't remember, it just like stopped from there, and then he just hit her back up like a month later, which is like ridiculous because like
I
it's
mean, is
she's
this
17.
okay? Sure, sure, okay. But
That's
has
why
this
I'm
been
saying like the counting down days and shit, like that's just weird.
is this proven or was that a fake screenshot? Do you understand that's also a question you need to ask? You understand what I mean? We can't just the whole hashtag believe all women. That shit needs to stop.
Excuse me.
Hello? Are
Excuse
you
me.
joking? Dude, imagine if I was just like, yeah, I was with
You
Dan the
don't believe
other
all
day.
women, you fucking cock.
We went to Wendy's and yeah, he raped me. He put his
Yeah, well,
hand down my
I would just take it.
you would take you would what do you mean you would take it?
I would have to go to jail.
Do you see what I'm saying? I know you're joking, but do you see like that's why that's very toxic way of thinking in general?
Can you believe? What if someone
No,
actually thought like that though?
that's how people are trying to like make us think, dude. Like it's like if a woman says something, even if like a guy's name is cleared, you'll still hear these allegations years later. And that's why it's so funny to me when
That's
all of
true.
these girls come out in unison to dog pile the one person and they can just do it. And like the more people that do it, like let's say I was like, yeah, Crystalia messaged me too. I pretended to be a girl and catfish him. Like they would use that in an article. I guarantee you I could get that in a BuzzFeed article.
I don't know, man. I feel like it's harder than you think.
Oh yeah, okay. Well then I would put my money where my mouth
I
is.
think someone would have to like confirm you or some shit.
Nope, no, they wouldn't because they haven't done it with most of these girls. These are just random. A lot of them are anonymous.
It's harder to get like shit viral than you
Nope,
think.
no, it isn't. So many hoaxes happen. So many fucking false accusations happen. But you know what?
What?
Hey,
How
me
about you do
too.
it then? How
Hashtag
about
me
you
too.
fucking do it?
No, I like Chris D'Elia. I don't want to make him canceled more than he already is. I'm hoping that this all
He's
comes to light. Dude,
done.
did you not? No, he's not done, dude. He's gonna come back. He's not like, dude. See, this is the thing. We're putting him in the
No,
same
I'm
box
kidding.
as someone like Bill Cosby.
I mean,
He's
Louis
not. He's
C.K.
not.
Is he back?
Okay, that's another. Yes, yes, he is. Yes, he's been doing shows. He has a stand-up comedy special that just came out. Actually,
Are you? Wait, are you
yes,
serious?
yes, he has,
Really?
dude. Yeah, Louis C.K. definitely came back,
Well,
and
no, wait. I'm sorry. His thing wasn't that bad at all.
what is the difference? Honestly, Chris D'Elia
Well, actually,
message
no.
girls,
He was
and
pretty
Louis
bad.
C.K. was the one who jerked off in front of women in his hotel room. You would take you would what do you mean you would take it? That's a dumb. Yes, yes, he has, dude. Yes, he's been doing shows. He has a stand-up comedy special that just came out. Actually, That's a little worse. If you
Yeah,
ask me, that's worse.
I
That's
mean, yeah,
literally
that is bad. Yeah,
yeah.
that was
So
uncalled. It's like
well, the wind blows.
it's more like uncalled for. If they're
Well,
like adults,
no, I wouldn't say if like my uncle pulled out his penis on
be like
me
that's
at
uncalled for.
Christmas. Yeah, no, I'd be like, yeah, can we call the police?
Oh
Yeah,
shit,
dude, that's uncalled for.
sir, that's uncalled for.
Sir, that's uncalled for. Just put that away.
Louis, that's uncalled for.
Yeah, no, that's a
Put your
different animal.
goddamn cock away, Louis.
Can
What
you
the
put your
fuck?
cock away, Louie? I'm trying to eat turkey right now. Gobble gobble. Dude, no, for real. That's a whole, there you go. Louis C.K. is a good example. And honestly, I'm going to say Louis C.K. was a little more heinous. I mean, again, from what I surmise from the allegations, I could be wrong. I could eat my words. And I will be absolutely more than happy to acknowledge, I was wrong. It's a disappointing thing. And then, you know, no longer be a fan of Chris D'Elia. But
Well,
till
I
then,
kind of, you know what I don't like? I don't like that he hasn't released a video yet. Like, what the fuck's up
well,
with that? That's what I
he's
think he's
talking to his
done.
lawyer. I absolutely admire
Oh,
his
give me a
move
break.
here. People are goldfish
Oh
in
my
this day and
god.
age, dude. Okay, I'm sorry. Ask 10 people that you saw put a Black Lives Matter fucking fist as their profile pic if they know who George Floyd is, and watch them ask who. I guarantee you, fucking
Hold on.
idiots, dude. My brother doesn't give a shit about any of this, and his picture was a Black Lives Matter fist for like 3 days. I'm like, watch this next week. It's going to be back. Less than 2 days later, it was a new, different picture.
Less than 2 years. Wait, are you serious? Less than 2 days?
Yes, dude, because it doesn't give a shit.
Oh,
It's all about fucking
oh my
virtue signaling and
god.
clout. Oh,
That's
look at
okay.
me.
I'm
I
gonna
put a
be
black
honest.
screen.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, no
2
shit. That's
days?
what these people do,
At
dude.
least give it like a month or some shit, man.
Nope,
2 days.
nope, nope. He had a Black Lives Matter fist for like literally less than a week, and then boom, I was like, yeah, guaranteed in
Wow.
2 weeks
Damn.
he won't even. No,
That's quick.
course. No, all these people are the same, dude. Oh yeah, Black Lives Matter, and we care about police brutality. No, you don't. No, you don't.